You may not think the luggage and technology have much in common. If you do, stay tuned for my full review of the Lipault 0% luggage. It may just change your mind. This is a review of the Lipault 0% foldable luggage. Now this one happens to be the 22-inch carry-on, and I want to thank Lipault and Jill for sending this out for review. Now the bag that it comes in is reusable, and I've used it a couple times. What you're seeing here is the first time that I actually took the case out, the luggage out to use, and I wanted to give you an idea of what it's like to just pack it without thinking it through and see how well it holds up. Now you have the standard expandable handle in the back, which is great, especially if you're using carry-on. You want to roll it behind you, which is typically what most people do. And then it has a very nice reinforced system for that roller mechanism, which is great, so you know that it's going to last. The other thing you notice about this luggage is that it's made of a very nice, lightweight, durable nylon material, and the pockets are nice and deep. So they're going to handle a lot of stuff, and especially for folks like myself, if you tend to pack in a hurry and you don't really want to think about it, then this case, or this bag, this luggage, this style is probably made for you, because I've gotten a lot of use out of it over the last couple weeks. But again, the idea here is to show you my first look with this case, and then seeing how well it actually holds up when you just cram items in when you pack stuff in a hurry, which is typically what I do. Now, most luggage, carry-on luggage, has the zipper in the back, so you can kind of take a peek at the skeletal system. Now, this is made of an aircraft grade quality aluminum, so again, this is nice and solid. This isn't going to break, isn't going to fall apart, so that's something to keep in mind too, because I've bought lesser luggage and that's always been an issue because it's thin aluminum. Not in this case. Now at the bottom here, this is a neat feature because this is what helps it collapse and then get itself set up for you to pack your luggage. It has a base that you push down, and then it has these clasps that you buckle on, so they just snap into place. There's a little bit of tension when you do this, but not enough to be annoying, and certainly it does make you feel good that it's going to last, it's going to stay in place. I had no worries that, or thoughts that it would come loose, because it's a real tight fit, which is really what you want, especially since that's your base, and that kind of helps this whole luggage, this carry-on piece fills out. So again, the pockets, this is the interior pocket, nice and deep, so you can cram a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to do just that, and we'll see how well this suitcase holds up. Now, that's another good look at the quality of the material. Again, I think it's really nice. I don't think the camera does it justice. There is a handle, and there are feet, so in the event that you don't want to roll, you can actually use it by the handle and carry it that way. Although that's not my preferred choice, it's certainly nice to have that option. So typically I don't use a toiletry bag. I typically use Ziploc bags. It's a better way for me to keep things organized. So here's kind of a sample of stuff, and I'm just going to cram it into this front pocket. Now, because of it being so deep, you can add a lot more stuff in here. But this is just my first run, and I wanted to do something without planning it through to see truly how well it would hold up. So I stuffed those items in the front. Now the interior pockets, I've got a couple pieces of carry-on luggage. I typically will put things like socks, belts, things like that I don't have a place anywhere else. I just want to kind of keep those organized. So that's pretty much what I do here. And again, no rhyme or reason. I just kind of stuff stuff in here just to see how well it holds up, knowing that you're better optimized if you arrange it and putting it in neat. But again, I don't do that. I typically rush through it. So I also decided, instead of dressing for like business clothes, I want to do something which adds a little bit more difficulty to it. Casual, like jeans, sweaters, stuff like that. It really maxes out the amount of room that you have. So I put in 2 pairs of blue jeans. I put in a pair of khakis. To complicate it a little bit, I threw in a thicker pair of jogging pants. So I put those in. Again, you can tell that it's starting to feel, so I started to wonder how much more things you could put in there. T-shirt fits in. I decide I'm going to throw in a sweater. So this is kind of a thicker winter sweater. It's nothing lightweight. And then I wanted to put in 3 polos. So again, you put in all this stuff, and it seems to just take it. But again, I've crammed in items in the interior pocket, so the big test is going to be when I actually decide to zip it. Now, This is a part that surprised me because I've had suitcases or carry-ons this size before, and I've put about that much stuff in, and I've not been able to get it zipped without repacking it or taking things out. So I was very curious to see how well it worked. Now this works well, and I think it's primarily because of the type of material that it just seems to give. It looks as though I'm struggling. That's because I kind of snag a little bit there, and once I learned how the zipper system worked and did it the right way, I'm in business. So again, this thing folds up pretty, or packs up pretty easy, especially if you're doing it in a hurry. So kudos to Lipault to create a suitcase that collapses basically into nothing, but you can cram it full of stuff. Obviously the roller system works well. I'm a little bit over 6 foot, so this expandable handle, that works well if you're about my height or shorter. You have it to retract, so that gives you some idea of how well that works. I also think it's important to show how fast it collapses, so I sped it up to show the unpacking process, but this works extremely well. And guess what? When you're done with this luggage, you put it back in the nice bag and you're done. It's out of sight, out of mind. Other luggage that I have, not the case. I can't find a spot for it. It's always getting in the way, so it ends up in the garage, and that's always a problem. So if you're interested in a nice piece of luggage with a very unique collapsible system, I really think you should do yourself a favor and go to Lipault.com. They have a long list of different varieties of luggage, but this is a 0% and probably the choice for me. So thank you for watching. Please make sure you visit the website and let me know, give me comments on your thoughts about this type of luggage. Thanks for watching.